An organization, it's called Stop Killing Us. I'm Reverend Curtis Gatewood. We represent an organization called Stop Killing Us, the acronym SCOOP, Stop Killing Us Solutions Campaign. And this is what we are saying to the police and everyone else. Please listen. Any police officer who commits excessive force, and especially deadly excessive force, that officer should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. That prosecutor should be terminated immediately, and that person should be banned from police officers or any law enforcement work in any jurisdiction within the United States of America. That's what should be happening. They're the ones who should be banned. They're the ones who should be taken off the streets, not the people. Not the people. So, I don't know where the people are going. They should not leave. We are in the United States of America. We have rights. Our rights are being violated. Our people are dying. They are being murdered continuously. And how much are we supposed to take? How much are we supposed to take? Everywhere I've been going today, make sure you're peaceful. Make sure you're peaceful. Make sure you're peaceful. When is someone going to say to the skinheads, be peaceful, to the KKK, be peaceful, to the Proud Boys, be peaceful, to those who are working as white supremacist terrorists, be peaceful, to police officers who are violating our rights and killing us, to be peaceful? It is time for them to be peaceful. Black people have been peaceful for 400 years. Too long. So don't keep telling us to be peaceful while we're being murdered. I'm not saying we should be violent, but what I am saying is, if you want to talk peace talk, talk to the people who are violent. Not the people who are on the streets trying to abide by the U.S. Constitution, while the police officers and other law enforcement agencies such as the deputies, they are violating the Constitution of the United States of America. And this is the last thing I want to say to you. You cannot have law enforcement while being unlawful. You cannot have law and order while being unlawful and disorderly. And that is what we're seeing across the country. Disorderly police, unlawful police, whose standards are so low and so inferior until they do not meet the standards of a humane society. That's the problem, not the people. That's the problem. So I hope the police are going to be peaceful, and we will be peaceful. This is enough. Enough is enough. I hope there are going to be some people who will stay here. I hope there'll be some people who will stay here.
There's nobody attacking anybody. We're not harming on
in Burlington, North Carolina.
Down here saying that you had to leave the premises.
Well, he's right.
Look, I'm serious about this. I'm serious about this. How you doing, sir?
I thought it would slide out.
I'm serious about this.
I thought this brother would slide out.
I'm serious about this. This is not right, kids. People telling the people to go home. The people have not done anything wrong. They haven't done anything wrong, kids. This is about Andrew Brown. It's not only about Andrew Brown, it's about justice. This is about justice. This is about, yes, it's about Andrew Brown. And the people who murdered Andrew Brown were unjust. So we don't address Andrew Brown's issues by taking more injustice. That's not the solution. The solution is to push back against injustice. That's the solution. And so I'm not here to succumb to injustice. I'm not here to submit to injustice. I'm not here to submit to violations of the U.S. Constitution of the United States of America. And I know people across the world, they can conduct the business of law and order without murdering black people. I know it can be done. And if you can't do that, then we need to re-examine the entire institution of so-called law enforcement. You cannot be lawless while claiming to be law enforcement. And I'm not talking against the police officers who are doing the right thing. I'm saying to all these racist police officers who are murdering us and shooting us in the back and shooting us in the back of the head, these people have used much restraint. And so they don't need to be punished. They have used much restraint. And so how far are they supposed to be pushed? My God. The people have been compliant. It is law enforcement who's not complying. How dare them? Talking about a curfew, and it's so early. It'd be one thing if they said 11 o'clock. 8 o'clock?
Some people just getting off work.
You ain't saying.
We've been dismissing at 9 o'clock.
Sometimes
I mean, right. So we've been, but that's what I said.
I heard they've been closing the bridge to the Outer Banks and stuff. They're all scared. You know, like,
I mean,
you know.
look, we are not responsible for other people who are being paranoid. We're not responsible for paranoia. They're afraid that we're going to do something that's drastic because they did such a terrible thing by shooting this black man so many times and shooting him in the back of the head. They want us or expect us to do something in response that would be outside of the law. But the people have been lawful. It's law enforcement that's not lawful. They should be banned.
We have.
They have been, these people have been the best example of how you peacefully protest in the nation. Why are they punished?
You want to put up curfew. That's right. Speak it.
Why should they be punished? Nobody's looted. I've seen stores boarded up. I've seen all kind of crazy stuff. And no one has bothered anything.
Right.
These leaders have been strong, even stronger than I could be, at stressing nonviolence. They've done all the right things. How is it they are being asked to go home at 8 o'clock when some people are just getting off work at 8? My God, this is absurd. So, and listen, they're trying to push us into doing something.
That's the key.
It's like they're trying to push us
That's the key.
into doing something. No one is doing anything. So you're trying to force us to do wrong? How dare them? This is absurd. This is absurd. So I'm not going anywhere. I don't know what everybody. You know what? If I was going home at 8, I'm not going home now. You know, I probably would go home at 8 on my own. But you gonna tell me I can't be here? If I don't have the freedom to be here, I'm gonna make sure I'm here after 8 because it's so unjust. Can't do it. So I hope they don't arrest me. I hope they don't hurt me. I hope they don't shoot me or kill me. But I'm not going to obey an unjust law. I hope they don't hurt me, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it.
This is the Elizabeth City Police Department.
From the police.
Still filming people out here tonight, just hanging around.
Nobody's done anything.
Or subject to other police action, you must leave the area.
I appreciate it. I'm not. Like I said, I was not going home.
This is the Elizabeth City Police
You
Department.
tell me I can't.
I had no intention of coming out here. Now you told me I got to
The police haven't moved.
You may be arrested or subject to other police action. You must leave the area. This is the Elizabeth City Police Department. There is a curfew in effect at 8 p.m. No matter what your purpose is, you must leave the area by 8 p.m. to comply with this order. If you do not disperse, this is the Elizabeth City Police Department. There is a curfew in effect at 8 p.m. No matter what your purpose is, you must leave the area by 8 p.m. to comply with this order. If you do not disperse by 8 p.m., you may be arrested or subject to other police action. You must leave the area.
All right, well, update. We just got 2 new members. Welcome to the status quo team.
This is the Elizabeth
community.
City Police Department. There is a curfew in effect.
Alright, so now we are 25 members away from 1900.
Area by 8 p.m. to comply with this order. If you do not disperse by 8 p.m., you may be arrested or subject to other police action. You must leave the area. This is the Elizabeth City Police Department. There is a curfew in effect at 8 p.m. No matter what your purpose is, you must leave the area by 8 p.m. to comply with this order. If you do not disperse by 8 p.m., you may be arrested or subject to other police action.
So now they're blocking off the entire downtown mall, and if you walk down there, you're going to be police.
John, Karina. Oh, you remember we spoke?
Okay, wait a minute. You're the guy who's inside the Capitol. Okay, gracious scene. It's great to meet you. It's great to meet you. Congratulations.
Okay, I'll leave. Let's just say between 9 and 9:30, something like that.
We think they're just white people.
What time is it?
It's one person who is in
I just saw
That's great.
Well, I'll tell you right now. I think I'm going to say
your family member. You told me the story.
And the tunnel was what I had to do was, I'm live right now, but no, that's cool. What I had to do was have my camera like this.
why they did in front of me. They're the ones
No, I don't think so. They deal pretty well. Yeah.
He was pretty close. He was okay. He was serious.
So being I'm not going to move. And I don't think it's no, but I just think it's a stand. You can't just do anything and then put any kind of weight and then tell them, oh, by the way, I'm giving you fine.
So what was it going to kind of make them at least feel like, okay, we're back. So what they did was
It's kind of straight. Now they're just trying to cover it up or hide it. Yeah.
so then when you brought up that, okay. I was waiting on the street. I was just sure I didn't speak nothing. It's a big girl,
Reverend, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Do you think this police system can be reformed?
It could be, but I understand those who saying it can't be, because there's just so much systemic. The system is staying to such a profound extent. The racism, the white supremacist tactics. I can understand why people have lost hope and just say that this system cannot be reformed. with that said, it could be. But it would mean that people would have to listen and then take action. Because we've actually, the Stop Killing Solution campaign, we actually have about 18 points. We know if they were implemented, it could stop this. And like I said, things like no-knock searches, things like making sure police officers are, their backgrounds are checked, in addition to making sure that they're not affiliated to any white supremacist terrorist groups, making sure that there are regular checks with emotional stability, making sure drug tests are being made. Police officers will really have to be held accountable to a way in which I don't think the system is ready. That's why people are feeling like we should almost abolish the system totally. But I do believe, I really do believe it can be done, because unfortunately, sometimes we have to go to an extreme in our society before the pendulum can go back to what is reasonable. And so we're at an extreme in history right now. And so with that being the case, you know, that's when Civil Rights Acts were passed. That's when, you know, Emancipation Proclamation. Unfortunately, we never got the reparation. But there are, you know, unfortunately, we're at an extreme moment now. So I think reform is possible. But I understand people.
You can see these people are biking up and down the road.
This is the Elizabeth City Police Department. There is a curfew in effect at 8 p.m. No matter what your purpose is, you must leave the area by 8 p.m. to comply with this order. If you do not disperse by 8 p.m., you may be arrested or subject to other police action. You must leave the area. This is the Elizabeth City Police Department. There is a curfew in effect at 8 p.m. No matter what your purpose is, you must leave the area by 8 p.m. to comply with this order. If you do not disperse by 8 p.m., you may be arrested or subject to other police action. You must leave the area. This is the Elizabeth City Police Department. There is a curfew in effect at 8 p.m. No matter what your purpose is, you must leave the area by 8 p.m. to comply with this order. If you do not disperse by 8 p.m., you may be arrested.
We have a few people that seem to be leaving, but I'm really not sure. The crowd has gotten a little bit smaller since 8 o'clock, but not by much.
This is the Elizabeth City Police Department. There is a curfew in effect at 8 p.m. No matter what your purpose is, you must leave the area by 8 p.m. to comply with this order. If you do not disperse by 8 p.m., you may be arrested or subject to other police action. You must leave the area.
Now, we were able to talk with the Pasquotank NAACP president earlier. If you were on this Facebook Live, then you were able to listen to the full interview that we did with him, and he said that basically they're out here, he said that they're going to remain peaceful, they're not here to destroy anything, but they're out here because they want justice for the Brown family and the Andrew Brown Jr. shooting that happened last week here in Elizabeth City. He said that they want the body cam footage released, they want justice, they want answers. And he said that they're not going to stop until justice is served. So that's why that they're out here, he says, and he says that they're going to remain peaceful. As you can see, the protesters are peaceful. They're just kind of walking up and down.
This is the Elizabeth
Some are riding their bikes.
There is a curfew in effect at 8 p.m. No matter what your purpose is, you must leave the area by 8 p.m. to comply with this order.
And like I said, we have been told by officers that the media is allowed to be out here. We are allowed to get footage. We are allowed to record everything that's going on, just so we can make the public aware of what's happening right now in Elizabeth City.
No matter what your purpose is, you must leave the by 8 p.m. to comply with this order. If you do not disperse by 8 p.m., you may be arrested or subject to other police action. You must leave the area. This is the Elizabeth City Police Department. There is a curfew in effect at 8 p.m. No matter what your purpose is, you must leave the area by 8 p.m. to comply with this order. If you do not disperse by 8 p.m., you may be arrested or subject to other police action. You must leave the area. This is the Elizabeth City Police Department. There is a curfew in effect at 8 p.m. No matter what your purpose is, you must leave the area by 8 p.m. to comply with this order. If you do not disperse by 8 p.m., you may be arrested or subject to other police action. You must leave the area. This is the Elizabeth City Police Department. There is a curfew in effect at 8 p.m. No matter what your purpose is, you must leave the area by 8 p.m. to comply with this order. If you do not disperse by 8 p.m., you may be arrested or subject to other police action. You must leave the area. This is the Elizabeth City Police Department. There is a curfew in effect at 8 p.m. No matter what your purpose is, you must leave the area by 8 p.m. to comply with this order. If you do not disperse by 8 p.m., you may be arrested or subject to other police action. You must leave the area. This is the Elizabeth City Police Department. There is a curfew in effect at 8 p.m. No matter what your purpose is, you must leave the area by 8 p.m. to comply with this order. If you do not disperse by 8 p.m., you may be arrested or subject to other police action. You must leave the area. This is the Elizabeth City Police Department. There is a curfew in effect at 8 p.m. No matter what your purpose is, you must leave the area by 8 p.m. to comply with this order. If you do not disperse by 8 p.m., you may be arrested or subject to other police action. You must leave the area. This is the Elizabeth City Police Department. There is a curfew in effect at 8 p.m. No matter what your purpose is, you must leave the area by 8 p.m. to comply with this order. If you do not disperse by 8 p.m., you may be arrested or subject to other police action. You must leave the area. This is the Elizabeth City Police Department. There is a curfew in effect at 8 p.m. No matter what your purpose is, you must leave the area by 8 p.m. to comply with this order. If you do not disperse by 8 p.m., you may be arrested or subject to other police action.
So like I said earlier, we're at the corner of Water and Elizabeth Street here in Elizabeth City. The curfew went into effect about 33 minutes ago, right at 8 o'clock. The curfew went into effect. And the large crowd of people got a lot smaller, but there's still a good amount of people. I would say a couple dozen people still standing out here at the intersection, right here at the bridge at the Pasquotank River, and they're just standing. We do have some people walking up and down the road. We do have some people biking up and down the road. They've been playing this recording over and over and over again since about 7:45. And while some people walked home, others did not. This is at the intersection of Water Street and Elizabeth Street in Elizabeth City. Now, I have been told that there are protests similar to this around the city, but obviously we are out here downtown.
This is the Elizabeth City Police Department. There is a curfew in effect at 8 p.m. No matter what your purpose is, you must leave the area by 8 p.m. to comply with this order. If you do not disperse by 8 p.m., you may be arrested or subject to other police action. You must leave the area. This is the Elizabeth City Police Department. There is a curfew in effect at 8 p.m. No matter what your purpose is, you must leave the area by 8 p.m. to comply with this order. If you do not disperse by 8 dispersed by 8 p.m., you may be arrested or subject to other police action. You must leave the area. This is the Elizabeth City Police Department. There is a curfew in effect at 8 p.m. No matter what your purpose is, you must leave the area by 8 p.m. to comply with this order. If you do not disperse by 8 p.m., you may be arrested or subject to other police action. You must leave the area. This is the Elizabeth City Police Department. There is a curfew in effect at 8 p.m. No matter what your purpose is, you must leave the area by 8 p.m. to comply with this order. If you do not disperse by 8 p.m., you may be arrested or subject to other police action. You must leave the area. This is the Elizabeth City Police Department. There is a curfew in effect at 8 p.m. No matter what your purpose is, you must leave the area by 8 p.m. to comply with this order. If you do not disperse by 8 p.m., you may be arrested or subject to other police action. You must leave the area. This is the Elizabeth City Police Department. There is a curfew in effect at 8 p.m. No matter what your purpose is, you must leave the area by 8 p.m. to comply with this order. If you do not disperse by 8 p.m., you may be arrested or subject to other police action. You must leave the area. This is the Elizabeth City Police Department. There is a curfew in effect at 8 p.m. No matter what your purpose is, you must leave the area by 8 p.m. to comply with this order. If you do not disperse by 8 p.m. to comply, you may be arrested or subject to other police action. You must be arrested or subject to other police action. You must leave the area. This is the Elizabeth City Police Department. There is a curfew in effect at 8 p.m. No matter what your purpose is, you must leave the area by 8 p.m. to comply with this order. If you do not disperse by 8 p.m., you may be arrested or subject to other police action. You must leave the area. This is the Elizabeth City Police Department. There is a curfew in effect at 8 p.m. No matter what your purpose, must leave the area by 8 p.m. to comply with this order. If you do not disperse by 8 p.m., you may be arrested or subject to other police action. You must leave the area. This is the Elizabeth City Police Department. There is a curfew in effect at 8 p.m. No matter what your purpose is, you must leave the area by 8 p.m. to comply with this order. If you do not disperse by 8 p.m., you may be arrested. This is the Elizabeth City Police Department. There is a curfew in effect at 8 p.m. No matter what your purpose is, Elizabeth City area by 8 p.m. to comply with this order. If you do not disperse by 8 p.m., you may be arrested or subject to other police action. You must leave the area. You may be arrested or subject to other police action. You must leave the area. This is the Elizabeth City Police Department. There is a curfew in effect at 8 p.m. No matter what your purpose is, you must leave the area by 8 p.m. to comply with this order. If you do not disperse by 8 p.m., you may be arrested or subject to other police action. You must leave the area. This is the Elizabeth City Police Department. There is a curfew in effect at 8 p.m. No matter what your purpose is, you must leave the area by 8 p.m. to comply with this order. This is the Elizabeth City Police Department. There is a curfew in effect at 8 p.m. No matter what your purpose is, you must leave the area by 8 p.m. to comply with this order. If you do not disperse by 8 p.m., you may be arrested or subject to other police action. You must leave the area. This is the Elizabeth City Police Department. There is a curfew in effect at 8 p.m.
seems as though the police cars have lined up in a line down there, 2 blocks away.
City Police Department. There is a curfew in effect at 8 p.m. No matter what your purpose is, you must leave the area by 8 p.m. If you do not disperse by 8 p.m., you may be arrested or subject to other police action. You must leave the area.
You want to come?
This is the Elizabeth City Police Department. There is a curfew in effect at 8 p.m. No matter what your purpose is, you must leave the area by 8 p.m. to comply with this order. If you do not disperse by 8 p.m., you may be arrested or subject to other police action. You must leave the area. This is the Elizabeth City Police Department. There is a curfew in effect at 8 p.m. No matter what your purpose is, you must leave the area by 8 p.m. to comply with this order. If you do not disperse by 8 p.m., you may be arrested or subject to other police action. You must leave the area. This is the Elizabeth City Police Department. There is a curfew in effect at 8 p.m. No matter what your purpose is, you must leave the area by 8 p.m. to comply with this order. If you do not disperse by 8 p.m., you may be arrested or subject to other police action. You must leave the area. This is the Elizabeth City Police Department. There is a curfew in effect at 8 p.m. No matter what your purpose is, you must leave the area by 8 p.m. to comply with this order. If you do not disperse by 8 p.m., you may be arrested or subject to other police action. You must leave the area. This is the Elizabeth City Police Department. There is a curfew in effect at 8 p.m. No matter what your purpose is, you must leave the area by 8 p.m. to comply with this order. If you do not disperse by 8 p.m., you may be arrested or subject to other police action. You must leave the area. This is the Elizabeth City Police Department. There is a curfew in effect at 8 p.m. No matter what your purpose is, you must leave the area by 8 p.m. to comply with this order. If you do not disperse by 8 p.m., you may be arrested or subject to other police action. You must leave the area. This is the Elizabeth City Police Department. There is a curfew in effect at 8 p.m. No matter what your purpose is, you must leave the area by 8 p.m. to comply with this order. If you do not disperse by 8 p.m., you may be arrested or subject to other police action. You must leave the area. This is the Elizabeth City Police Department. There is a curfew in effect at 8 p.m. No matter what your purpose is, you must leave the area by 8 p.m. to comply with this order. If you do not disperse by 8 p.m., you may be arrested or subject to other police action. You must leave the area. This is the Elizabeth City Police Department. There is a curfew in effect at 8 p.m. No matter what your purpose is, you must leave the area by 8 p.m. to comply with this order. If you do not disperse by 8 p.m., you may be arrested or subject to other police action. You must leave the area. This is the Elizabeth City Police Department. there is a curfew in effect at 8 p.m. No matter what your purpose is, you must leave the area by 8 p.m. to comply with this order. If you do not disperse by 8 p.m., you may be arrested or subject to other police action. You must leave the area. This is the Elizabeth City Police Department. There is a curfew in effect at 8 p.m. No matter what your purpose is, you must leave the area by 8 p.m. to comply with this order. If you do not disperse by 8 p.m., you may be arrested or subject to other police action. You must leave the area. This is the Elizabeth City Police Department. There is a curfew in effect at 8 p.m. No matter what your purpose is, you must leave the area by 8 p.m. to comply with this order. If you do not disperse by 8 p.m., you may be arrested or subject to other police action. You must leave the area. This is the Elizabeth City Police Department. There is a curfew in effect at 8 p.m. No matter what your purpose is, you must leave the area by 8 p.m. to comply with this order.
If you are just tuning in, we are on Elizabeth Street between Water Street and Poindexter Street. Now there is a fairly large group that's standing closer to Water Street. They did have a few dozen people out here earlier before the 8 o'clock curfew went into effect. I would say about 100 people at least were standing out here right at Water Street, right here at the bridge at the Pasquotank River. But whenever it was getting close to 8 o'clock, a lot of people started going home, and then whenever it turned 8 o'clock, a lot of people started walking back to their cars and heading home. But as you can see,
this is the Elizabeth City Police
there are still quite a few people out here. They said that they are standing their ground. They are not going home.
No matter what your purpose is, you must leave the area by 8 p.m. to comply with this order. If you do not disperse by 8 p.m., you may be arrested.
Now, police officers have moved a little bit closer since the curfew has started. You can see them lining up in a row
This is the Elizabeth City Police
about a block away.
There is a curfew in effect at 8 p.m. No matter what your purpose is, you must leave the area by 8 p.m. to comply with this order. If you do not disperse by 8 p.m., you may be arrested or subject to other police action. You must leave the area. This is the Elizabeth City Police Department. There is a curfew in effect at 8 p.m. No matter what your purpose is, you must leave the area by 8 p.m. to comply with this order. If you do not disperse by 8 p.m., you may be arrested or subject to other police action. You must leave the area. This is the Elizabeth City Police Department. There is a curfew in effect at 8 p.m. No matter what your purpose is, you must leave the area by 8 p.m. to comply with this order. If you do not disperse by 8 p.m., you may be arrested or subject to other police action. You must leave the area. This is the Elizabeth City Police Department. There is a curfew in effect at 8 p.m. No matter what your purpose is,
so I'm going to go ahead and get off of this Facebook Live so I can work on my story for the 11 o'clock newscast. Make sure that you tune into that so you can hear from the Pasquotank County NAACP president, and you'll hear from someone who says they were a distant cousin of Brown's who talked to us earlier and told us why he was protesting today. So make sure that you tune in tonight at 11, and obviously if anything happens while we're standing out here for the next couple hours, I'll get back on Facebook Live and make sure that everyone is aware of what's happening and, you know, keep you up to date on everything that's going on out here. Again, I'm at the intersection of Water Street and Elizabeth Street here in Elizabeth City. There's still a group out here just sitting in the road, standing in the road, and they said they are not giving up, they are not standing down. Even though the curfew went into effect at 8 o'clock, they said that they are not going home. But I will keep you updated on social media, and then tonight at 11 o'clock on WITN News at 11. So make sure that you tune in, guys.
Elizabeth City Police Department. There is a curfew in effect at 8 p.m. No matter what your purpose is, you must leave the area by 8 p.m. to comply with this order. If you do not disperse by 8 p.m., you may be arrested or subject to other police action. You must leave the area.
Yeah, it's pretty quiet.
Yeah, it's a little
Yeah. See them moving around that way.
Yeah, they're making
It
moves.
moves, yeah.
It feels like they're making moves. Yeah.
Yo, baby.
It'd be so dumb to do anything to that. But I think they're at the point where like, I don't think they're gonna do anything. I mean, they just lined up the cars, maybe they'll push it a little more. But yeah, they're telling everybody is to get onto the grass. The grass is private property, so or just keep moving to make it look like you're dispersing. Yeah, I know, it'd be pretty stupid to do something like that. You know, it's stupid to call a curfew in general. Nothing's been happening. At 8 o'clock. Yo, what's happening, people? Everywhere.
I was in Minneapolis.
What? No. Like official? Sure. Let me see.
No justice. No justice. No justice. No justice.
No peace.
Say his name.
Andrew Brown.
Say his name.
Andrew Brown.
Whose street?
Our street.
Whose street?
Our street.
Whose street?
Our street.
If we don't get no justice,
Shut it down.
if we don't get no justice,
Shut it down.
if we don't get no justice,
Shut it down.
release the video.
Release the video.
Release the tape.
Release the tape.
The real tape.
The real tape.
Release the tape.
Release the tape.
The real tape.
The real tape.
Release the tape. Release the tape. The real tape. The real tape. Say his name.
Andrew Brown.
Say his name.
Andrew Brown.
Fuck 12.
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 We ain't going nowhere.
Nowhere.
We ain't going nowhere.
Nowhere.
We ain't going nowhere.
Nowhere. Curfew. What curfew?
Fuck curfew.
Fuck curfew.
Fuck curfew.
To the road, stop. You heard we said why he escorted her, cuz. Oh shit, they're gonna know police for real this time. Oh, my mom. What up, cuz? What up, hot? He said, get up to the road and stop. Ah, don't fucking play with her, cuz. We really doing this shit for real, cuz. Man, we riding, man, that ride, cuz. You see the police. Man, we get escorted across this shit. Don't play with her, cuz. We get escorted for real, nigga.
There be what's being said that they're gonna start moving in, closing in on people here. So we'll see.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't have much battery left in my phone.
Andrew Brown!
Okay.
Say his name. Andrew Brown. Justice for Andrew Brown. Say his name. Andrew Brown. Justice for Andrew Brown. Say his name. Andrew Brown. Justice for Andrew Brown. Say his name. Andrew Brown.
Don't worry about it. At 9 o'clock, we dismiss it just like every night. But we just want to let them know that we're doing it on our terms and we're prepared.
All right, huh?
Every night we've been at 9 o'clock. Okay. So 9 o'clock, you know, and we just want them to understand that we've been peaceful.
So I'm hearing that they might be releasing the footage tomorrow. But also, Biden is...
Man, we get escorted across this shit. Don't play with us, cuz. We get escorted for real, nigga. We really look. Bet. We just finna take you for a bet.
Biden's address to Congress. So that's how it's looking right now. But we'll see what happens tomorrow.
They get ready to jump out and jump on and arrest
Hey, Trust, we get more than pits right now.
They're lining up, they're mounting up.
He got to do the job. Mayor did his job. What I'm saying is,
We're coming back tomorrow. It's all right.
8 o'clock, and now 2 more minutes. But at 9 o'clock,
Outside my house doing all this shit, bro. Just go. But then he wasn't no better either, though. Like, that shit crazy.
And staying out past curfew.
Say his name.
Any document or anything of this?
What's that?
I haven't documented this or nothing, yo.
No? Well, if they start closing in, I would definitely document what happens. Would you have an audience? Would you like to say anything about what's going on?
I just want to say, how in the world if we help? No, let me ask you this before I even go up there, because maybe you can make it a dumb question, not for this. If we haven't been violent, why do we have a curfew?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't figure that out.
Is the army trying to entice us?
Right, thinking that, and also I thought they were going to release the footage tonight.
Who are you with?
Status Quo, independent media on YouTube.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Cool. Look, yo, I want to say something to you. I'll say something to you, okay?
Yeah.
This is the question. I want to talk to, do hood people listen to you?
Yeah.
This is what I want to say. I might repeat this. I'm freestyling too, all right? Listen, I want to say this to all the hoods out there, because if we were on TV watching and y'all would be like, if it were us, this what we would do. Listen, I agree with y'all. We're making history by not doing it, and they're gonna make history by closing in on us and doing what they're dying to do, what they just done, and this hurts us. Trust me, I'm really doing this for the hood, because nobody from my city, Elizabeth City, 2
7. Elizabeth City, North Carolina, 27909 is our zip code. And no one done it and no one's spoken for us. We got a lot of representatives, but I'm representing the same sweat and blood and record that he had. I'm representing, I'm actually his best friend. Haven't interviewed with anybody, I only gave this guy this because I've been seeing him around. And he's keeping it 100. He's in the trenches with us. So with that being said, trust me, our neighborhoods is feeling like y'all. We want to tear up too, but once we've made history this way, they're going to make history because they're going to try to do it. You've seen what they'll do. So anyway, I appreciate that, man.
I appreciate you, man.
And maybe some other shit too.
My name's John, by the way.
Same time we end up every night. We just started 10 o'clock. We're going to be at the city. We're going to the city and find out why they institute this curfew. That's it, probably. Special session on it, probably.
So let me get that.
I don't have anything.
Hey, Keith, who's fault?
On Facebook.
Huh?
Who's fault?
Oh, his name came up earlier. I don't know. I'll get you. I got you.
Love you.
I love you. You know I got you. Hey, we got your name. Got your name? Your name, so make sure we get it. What that? Y'all got? Everybody got? Oh, God.
Good job. Y'all staying over.
Yeah, they're staying.
Kirsty, you got
Hey, Red, I already told my brother you stay. Look. I told you, I already told you stay. Hey, let me get everybody's name, make sure we get you. I got you. Yeah, we'll get you tonight. You won't go that night. What is it? Huh? What is it?
Dustin, USTIN.
Hold on.
Yeah, we're going to get you out. I ain't going nowhere, right?
You ain't going nowhere either?
I'll be here for I'm here with you. I'm going nowhere.
Yeah, I'm here with you. You got everybody? You got everybody's name? That's Dustin.
I only bail out black people.
Oh, I get it.
No, that's right.
Hey, I ain't gonna argue. Look, see.
We know who he is. No, I don't have anybody's name.
All right, well, you know,
But you say their name on this line when I say your name.
Yeah.
What's your name? Okay, what's your birthday?
So we're just getting people's names and birthdays for in case they do get arrested. They'll be able to find out about what's going on.
Get everybody move. They ain't going nowhere. So, hey, they get ready to move in now. They're going to take everybody with them now. So if you don't want to go, civil disobedience. It's the place to be now.
You got to have one or two down there on the record.
Oh, that's
they got to have so you, at least you'll know it's a protest. Right? If don't nobody go to jail, you won't never protest, you know. That's right. So you got to have somebody named in there.
All right, I'll tell you what they get ready to do. If anybody stay.
You can go ahead, home. It says, I am Andrew Brown. They put me down. This is camera. They assassinated Andrew Brown in his driveway. In the club for about 30 minutes. Hey, how the baby doing?
I want to say one more thing. Look, if anybody ought to be arrested, it ought to be the deputy. If anybody ought to be banned from the street, it ought to be the deputy. It ought to be the ones who are committing the crime. The people here have not committed crimes. So why would we be arrested? We are constitutionally protected under the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution that we have the right to peacefully protest. All of the protests have been peaceful. So why are people being arrested after 8 o'clock? No one has done anything in this city that would cause them to be arrested in this protest. They've all been peaceful.
But you said if anybody should be arrested, what was the rest of that?
If anybody should be arrested, it should be the deputies and the others who are committing the violence. No one here are committing violence. No one here is committing violence. So if anybody's going to be arrested, it should be the deputies and prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law, and they should never practice law enforcement within the jurisdiction of the United States of America. Everyone here has been peaceful. They have followed the guidelines. The only people who are not following the guidelines of the U.S. Constitution of the United States of America are the deputies and the other police officers who continue to kill innocent people and unarmed people. And yes, you are innocent until proven guilty. So if you're serving a warrant, if you're a suspect, that is not a guilty person. So the law enforcement officers are the ones who should be arrested, not the people here in Elizabeth City. We've already been pushed. We've been pushed and pushed and pushed back. It's been very difficult to use restraint in such circumstances, but the people have done it. And so to keep pushing people back, pushing people and pushing people, then who's the criminal? We are not the criminal. I'm Reverend Curtis Gatewood.
How you spell it?
C-U-R-T-I-S, Curtis Gatewood. G-A-T-E-W-O-O-D.
So police have left the street here. So what I believe is they're going back to, I guess, record a new message.
Well, what changed today is they're telling people they have to be home by 8 o'clock. Exactly. That's what changed. People have the right to peacefully protest in the United States of America. All of the protests have been peaceful. So therefore, their rights are being infringed upon. And Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was one of the first to say that we all have the right, or we should obey just laws. But we have a responsibility to disobey immoral law and unjust law.
Stay alert, stay alive. That moon is beautiful, huh?
Not much, nope. Down to 1 bar. I mean, I got another battery, but I don't know if I take it out, if it's gonna shut off.
No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No justice! No peace! 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 No justice! No peace!
son was Xavier Hill. The state police killed my son on January the 9th. We sick of this shit. Y'all hear me? We are tired of this shit, y'all. We're tired. We are tired. There's no more waiting. That shit is over with. We ain't waiting no more. We take what is ours. Y'all understand? It belongs to us. We ain't asking for nothing that belongs to us. Exactly. Exactly. They don't say wait for our lives, right? They take them. Right. So why we waiting for them? Why we waiting, y'all? Why we waiting, y'all? We mean that no justice, no peace. Y'all don't stop fighting. That's right. That's right. At all. At all. Y'all keep fighting. We tired of adding names to these damn hashtags. The list can get longer and longer and longer and longer. It's not being transparent. Understand that. And we're still waiting on the tape. They're not being transparent. We're still waiting. Y'all keep fighting. Keep sharing this hashtag. Comfort their families. Check on the family. Make sure they're doing okay. But share this hashtag every single day. Call the mayor. Call the Senate. Call them for change. Because you guys want change. Give the town involved. No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace!
I just had to let y'all know. I didn't want to just drive. Oh, my Instagram? I'm not even on Instagram. I don't want to be on no live.
Y'all have out here in New York, yo. Y'all got the hard man. They had a big like motherfucking crazy.
So I just want to let you guys know I have about 1 bar left on my camera, the battery. So if it does get down to a little less than that, I'm going to try and switch out my battery. I apologize if we lose the feed, but whatever happens here, I will record.
I love it.
I don't know why. I just get too much. Like, I pay taxpayer dollars. I shouldn't be dealing with all this shit in front of my house. So I am out here showing y'all this shit.
Well, I mean, police close in. I heard they're going to make a new announcement, like to record a new announcement. It's going to be more stern or something. I don't know if he did. Right. I'll be back. Yeah. Let me go talk to her.
Who's this?
Xavier Hill's mom.
Yes, there's 2 of them. They're connected, so.
They haven't released any video.
There was a video, but they have my son's property right now.
Oh, but
all his property. But why they got his property for? If they already said they were going to press charges against the officer, give him my son's property. Right, you as confused as I am, honey.
Is it under investigation?
Well, they have right now trying to get it to be the case to be reopened. That's what's trying to do right now.
Okay. What's your number?
Area code 240-779.
heard your story. Got my blood. So did they, is the investigation ongoing or?
There's no conclusion that the officers justified Xavier's case.
They justified a good, I mean,
in Goosen County.
Clear the shoot?
Yeah, so now we're working on trying to get the case reopened, take it to the next step. We're not going to stop fighting for Xavier, as well as the family out here fighting for Andrew Brown. That's what all families, we should do that. If we're allowed due process in the court by the 14th Amendment, we should be allowed that with transparency, with no kickback from the law, period. This is kickback. This is what you call kickback. Right? Because it's not being transparent with the family, because now the family is saying, now, you know, hey, we have a problem now. If it was fair playing ground on each side, you wouldn't have people out here protesting. Right? Right.
Right, there was some transparency.
There's some transparency here, but it's not. They always say that, like I said earlier, when they say there's transparency, that's their saying, we're going to lie to you guys. You know what I'm saying? So it's not being transparent, period.
They all,
they
that's the first time in all the cases. They're going to be transparent. I promise y'all, look them up.
Yeah.
Was it
They
in
all
the
it's like scripted.
Yeah, so even with Xavier's case too, they showed us one tape, well, to my family, like 3 days after it happened, but put out a different tape for the public. So exact same thing. We called the DA several times about this. They won't answer the phone for us. We go up there, don't answer the phone. We've had news reporters call the DA's office about the same statement I've made. They refuse to answer the phone. This is going on for almost 2 months now.
Just
We've been
completely
calling
ignoring?
and calling. Yeah,
Wow.
I mean, they won't answer the emails or anything at all, period. Nothing. Well, I've had two people who call, it's not even me, to even ask, and they will answer their question, but not mine. I'm Xavier's mother. How disrespectful that is to me, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Then they wonder why you get angry, though. What do you mean? We pay taxes and stuff, so we're gonna be angry. Gonna be upset. We're allowed to be upset.
Try to reach Benjamin Crump?
We already reached out to them, but I mean, like I said, I'm no disrespect for them. I'm fighting for civil change right now.
Right, it's like civil
When it
change.
comes to like Benjamin Crump and attorneys like that, I feel like they're more so like about I'm not looking for a paycheck. I'm not looking for a dollar. You can't make my son back. This has to be changed.
Let's
If you got the
George
same
Floyd was
attorney,
changed,
if you got
Trump was, in on that.
George
Say one
Floyd
time.
changed how?
No, there was a
we're
verdict.
trying to get that bill.
The bill is still trying to get passed right now. So that's what we're out here right now still. Think about it like this. At the beginning of the year, Biden, nothing against the LGBT community at all, period. Nothing against all, period. Much love to them at all, right? They passed the whole bill in protection for them. Why are we waiting for our bill to get passed? Why are we still waiting? Why are we still waiting?
A's got a bill passed too, not the
A's got a bill passed too, not being against them either. No, we love them too.
They have
Why we
one
gotta wait
drastic
though?
shooting and they got a bill. We got 1,000 drastic shootings. Where's our bill?
We got plenty of justifying saying what's going
Where's
on.
Mr. Crump on that?
So we're waiting on
let's
that.
keep it 100.
Bill, he don't need no more to justify why the bill should to get passed. That's the thing.
Lee Merritt.
Him too. I don't care. Lee Merritt. I don't care who it is. Period. All of them. Period.
If it's a hard case, they're not gonna fight. Let's be honest.
There's a difference between fighting for civil change and getting a check. There's a difference. Let's be for real. Okay.
Let's be for real. Let's be for
real.
real.
Sonny would have wanted you to, if you could, get money because his life is worth it.
We own a cleaning company.
I own a cleaning company.
I'm good. Oh my God, we're great.
I employ people, so I'm okay. God got me.
We're great. So that's not what her son would want. Her son
God don't want me to do
would have
that.
wanted for my son not to be killed by the police. Because I have a son.
A check don't
That's
move
what her
me.
son would have wanted.
Check don't move me. Period.
That's not what
That ain't, I ain't that mom. I'm not that mom.
I'm wondering if you can get these charges going after the George Floyd bill get passed, praying that it get passed. Then that way you can go after the officer.
Now, only if they retro it back. If they allow us to retro it back. Because the bill gets passed, then happened in January, they have to retro it back. That's the thing. That's what we fight at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Retro it back or whatnot. So we look at that as well. So the retro it back, we're good to go. We're going to keep fighting though. We're going to still keep fighting because it's still wrong. Still wrong. They threatening y'all. How you gonna think people that's doing what's right? Y'all not doing nothing wrong out here. Not burning nothing down. No one's being harmed. No one's being harmed.
No.
What's the problem? What's the
It's
problem?
not right.
It's no problem, right?
It's
No
not right.
What's the problem? You can't shut us up. And the thing about it is that they feel like they're gonna shut people up or not. You can't shut people up. That's the thing. It's like, oh, you're gonna get tired. No, we can sleep out here. We got a little water in this cup. We'll be okay.
Say your son's name again.
Xavier Hill. XZAVIERHILL. On the page is hashtag, it's on my shirt, hashtag justice for Xavier. It's all over Instagram, Facebook. If you look it up online, you're gonna see it. I am his mother. We're standing in solidarity with this family, with all families in regards to injustice. Wrong is wrong. No, and at the end of the day, I don't care if somebody was born, I don't care if he was filming or not. I don't give a damn what that man was doing, period. He's entitled to due process, period. The police took it upon themselves to say, you know, hey, I'm going to now play the judge now. That ain't their damn job. That's what they did. If you're shooting people, kill people, nah, you're then saying, hey, due process ain't yours no more. I'm being a judge now, and the justice system now, they're allowing to do that shit. That's the thing. The judge need to stand up and say, hey, that's my job to do so. They're letting cops now do their job and they want to do an investigation. What the hell is the judge doing there?
So one officer did the shooting?
Two.
Bullets came from two guns.
Bullets came from two guns in my
What's
son's
the
case.
officer's name?
Officer Seth Walker Layton and Seth Benjamin Boone. And then get this, my son's case, the chief of police, his son is one of the people who shot my son. The chief of police in Fredericksburg is Chief Layton in Fredericksburg. His son is who shot my son. That officer was only on the force for like 3 months prior to my son getting shot. He just graduated recently.
He's son of the police chief?
He's son of the police chief. He's son of the police chief shot my son, okay? He's son of the police chief who just graduated from the academy months ago prior to shooting my son. It's all online. When you look it up, when you're gonna look, you're like, oh my God, trust me, it's all online. It's all online, I promise you that. So do you not think they're gonna try to cover that shit up? Come on. Come on. Then the DA who's on my son's case was a former state trooper. Former state trooper, his past job was also in Henrico County. It's all within the same loop. You know what I'm saying? Like, so get out of here. We didn't have a fair shot from Jump Street. Like, come on. Like, that's the whole big thing about being transparent. Y'all be lying. Like, you're not transparent. Y'all already got to end it. That's like me and my sister. Me and her own a company together. If she going up a fraud, you got to to tell on her. I'm going to be like, this is my road dog right here. She did nothing wrong. She's innocent. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then when they say all cops are not bad cops, yeah, they are. You know why? Because it's cancer. All cancer is bad, right? But most of it is bad. It's cancers, right? If you guys are standing beside each other, and he's a cancerous cell, and you get attached or not, you're gonna all get cancer, right? You can't say to me or not that one cop can say it's not a bad cop. See what you're doing, and you're okay with that shit.
And
come on.
None of these cops are calling each other out. They're all like letting things slide, and you know.
They had one cop who did it. I know this out on the news. They had one cop. He committed suicide though. Did y'all see that?
No.
Oh my God! They had a cop recently who came out on his I think it was on Instagram Live or whatnot, on Twitter and whatnot, which was saying about the justice of the system and whatnot. He didn't want to commit suicide after the fact. So you got cops who are willing to step out, but I guess because of fear of their lives, they don't stay out. You know what I'm saying what's wrong. He's fighting for what's not right. This is wrong. How do you shoot somebody all the time?
Car's coming!
Oh wow, car's coming. Okay.
What's your name, by the way?
It's Latoya Benton.
Latoya? I'm very sorry, Latoya.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Can I give you my card?
Please do, yeah. And
Absolutely. My number's on here, but you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and my email address. I'm very sorry. We have to meet under these circumstances. All right, so police are back making another announcement.
Must leave the area by 8 p.m. to comply with this order. If you do not disperse by 8 p.m., you may be arrested or subject to other police action. You must leave the area.
And I'm not the Twitter king, but I will
This is the Elizabeth City Police Department. You're in violation of the 8 p.m. curfew. You must leave the area immediately. If you refuse to leave the area, you will be arrested for North Carolina
I want y'all to see this. I want y'all to see what we're encountering right now.
All right, so the police have showed up in riot gear.
Big ass battalions and shit for what though? That's what pissed people off, man.
Jeez.
Y'all just come crossing us in.
Retaliate, but do not initiate.
We are here peacefully.
Don't.
vandalized, man.
Yo, bro.
We done nothing.
Y'all blood. Y'all just keep it couple steady. Keep it couple steady. Keep it couple steady. Don't even say nothing. Say it. Andrew Brown. Andrew Brown. Andrew Brown.
Hands up.
Don't shoot.
Hands up.
Don't shoot.
Hands up.
Don't shoot.
This is the Elizabeth City Police Department. You're in violation of the 8 p.m. curfew.
Andrew
Leave
Brown.
the area immediately.
Andrew Brown.
Leave the area.
Andrew Brown.
North Carolina General Statute.
Andrew Brown.
North Carolina General Statute.
Andrew Brown.
Sitting or lying upon a highway or street.
All right, everyone. This is time to share this. Show everybody what's happening here in Elizabeth City.
Watch out, man. Watch out. Watch out. Watch yourself.
That's what we out here trying to spread awareness, and they motherfuckers talking about they sympathize, they can't. Or they'll be down here with our ass.
This is necessary for peaceful.
This right here.
For the voices out here, for the colors out here. That's what they put the curfew in effect for, because we've done nothing wrong. Y'all curfew with our blessings, y'all curfew with our voices, curfew is in the police department. Do that.
Y'all should have been locked that bridge down when they were going back across, motherfucker. That's what they call my baby daddy, motherfucker. That's all I hear, motherfucker.
We will not be silent. Y'all ain't gotta go down there to them. Yeah, go home. Don't go down there to them. No justice, no peace.
Preach that now. He's still sitting.
The preacher's still sitting. He ain't going nowhere. You can get something to eat over there. Yup. Y'all gonna beat up the reporters too?
This is the Elizabeth City Police Department.
Fuck 12.
Y'all don't go down there fucking with them people, y'all. Fuck them people.
Fuck 12.
That's reporters taking pictures. We ain't got shit to do. Yeah, y'all don't go down there fucking with the people, y'all. They reporters taking pictures. We ain't got nothing to do with that. They showing this shit. Get this shit. Take plenty of pictures. You see that buck with that bee on the back of that?
The crowd seem to be dissipated all
As you guys know, remember in Minneapolis, this is all for show. There's nothing happening here, so. So you can see this guy walking by each officer, probably announcing who they're gonna go after.
In my house.
What insignia? So it goes originally and the
Fight for the wrong cause, bro. I understand it's your job. Y'all fight for the wrong cause. Peaceful, 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 peaceful. If it was your brother, you'd feel the same way.
See the officer here nodding his head.
Your son would feel the same way. If it was your street, you'd feel the same way. Y'all got a job, we got a job.
Boys don't want to do it.
We here
man.
peaceful. We here peaceful. We here peaceful.
The boys really don't even want to do it, man.
I stand by myself. I have to stand by myself, bro. That's what my good word. If I stand by myself, I stand by myself.
Alright, you guys, this is in Elizabeth City, North Carolina, right here where you see police officers in riot gear. Protesters have been peaceful for the last 7 days. Especially after police murdered a black man sitting in his vehicle with his hands on the steering wheel.
My bad.
This is how they came to Andrew Brown. Wednesday, April 21st.
Just a phone in my hand. Just a phone in my hand. No weapons or nothing on me.
we black, and y'all brought us here. The great granddaddy brought us here. And now you mad that we here. You didn't have to shoot that man down like that. So now people gotta stand in the street so everybody can understand. They burning down other places. They burning down other places and standing on cop cars and busting open windows. Ain't nobody doing that out here. Ain't nothing done caught on fire. Ain't none of these businesses done got broken into. Ain't nobody lose their life but Andrew Brown.
Speak to him, sister. All brothers, let's keep your hands up so they can see them all the time, brother. Keep your hands up all the time, brother, so they can see your hands all the time, brother. Now, I'm talking about the one. That's how they shot that man. In his back. That's how they shot that man.
Hand seen on the steering wheel. He ain't even good. Y'all still firing out shots. Still firing shots. This man still ain't even moved. That was a whole shit. That's a fuck.
They don't want to be out here. They don't want to be out here.
They don't. They only love their job right now. They only love their job right now. They hate doing this shit right now.
You don't want to be out here.
They only want to wear that badge right now.
I see it in your eyes. Y'all know it's fucked up.
Don't even want to be out.
Execution style, that shit fucked up. Yeah, he wanted to be home with his family too. That shit fucked up. Talking about. Talking about. You know how y'all rockin'. Y'all want to be here. I want to be home with y'all kids, just like Angie did. You want to be home with your wife, just like Angie did. It's good. Yeah. Yeah, they forced to do it. They real live pussy.
Look at everybody on the roof. Yeah. Yeah.
Are they gonna shoot, bro? I don't have my shit.
No, me either. I don't know what they're gonna do.
Huh? They're also like mashed outside, not just outside. Like they not only buying gear, but fucking weapons.
Yeah.
They got rifles.
Fucking for no reason. This is all for show. Yeah, well. I mean, what else could be for? What's happening, you know? There's no justification for this.
You ain't do shit. And they just killed him dead. What my hands gonna do? How different is that gonna be? I bet you know who I am now. Don't put the rest on the
Y'all know how we coming. Ain't no stopping. Ain't no stopping. They can't stop none of this. None of this. We too strong. We too strong.
That man don't have nothing. That man ain't got nothing on him.
We too strong.
That man don't have nothing on him.
We too strong. We too strong.
I don't hear a woman speaking.
Hey, I think I'm gonna try and change it. I think it will stay. I think it will stay streaming. All right.
That's the phone. This is in Elizabeth City, North Carolina.
Okay, now if it does go off, I'll just restart it. Okay. All right. All right.
Another part of it.
All right, bye.
Appreciate you. Y'all photographers, I ain't give a fuck about y'all. I'm not even shooting. I'm not pressed. I care about I know you, bro. Shut up.
Keep your head together, bro. Keep your head together, bro. Keep your head together.
Same time.
It's real, man. The bro was looking out for me. This Apple 12 would have me dead.
Hey guys, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and switch out my battery really quick. I believe the stream will stay, so hang in there. If it does go out, I will reconnect. All right, so I'm gonna give it a try right now.
Talking to me like a man a second ago, man. I was just pushing me out. I'm just talking. That's all. What I said is what I said. I'm not gonna choose what I said.
All right, so they just gave the final warning. All right, I'm not gonna change out my battery just yet.
Let me show you the look. People have been peaceful. Exactly. Exactly. I'm gonna send you the picture of the mayor. I'm gonna send you the picture of the mayor.
We still can stand. Yeah, we still can stand. They ain't no shit. They ain't no shit with us on here. You know how we rock it, bro. You know how we rock it.
All right, let's go see what's going on in the other corner around here. I heard them give the final warning, but let's see what happens.
freedom way. Ain't gonna let no sheriff turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let no sheriff turn me around. We're gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up the freedom way. Ain't gonna let no injustice turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let no injustice turn me around. We're gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, and marching up the freedom way. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around.
This is the Elizabeth City Police Department. You're in violation of the 8 p.m. curfew. You must leave the area immediately. If you refuse to leave the area, you'll be arrested. Carolina General Statute. Carolina General Statute. Expanding the city.
All right, so it looks like more police just arrived.
Stay cool. How the hell they gonna stay cool with them weapons in their hand?
I seen that.
Only ones getting arrested are the ones on the tram. So everybody get off the tram.
Here they come.
People don't deserve to go to jail. That man People don't deserve to go to jail. This man didn't deserve to die.
All right, everyone, they're coming. Oh my God, this is such a show. Oh, come on. Who are they ordering to move back? Alright, this is a little ridiculous. Kind of look like they're doing a line dance.
Line it back up. Line it back up. Look to your left and right. Look to your left and right.
Black men, you don't need to be out.
Peanut! Little fat ass! Peanut, put it here! Move! Move!
peaceful. We come peaceful. We march peaceful all week. No problem, no violence. We come peaceful.
Be arrested.
We come peaceful, no violence. All week, no violence all week. We come peaceful. If it was your brother, how would you feel?
How can y'all be proud of y'all?
If it was your pops, how would you feel?
Y'all know they wrong.
Jackson, I see your big head.
We stand like y'all today, baby. I want to go to jail today. We stand like y'all today. Don't nobody arrest them.
They murder him.
Don't nobody arrest them fake leaders.
Like a dog in the street. Like a dog in the street. Yeah.
We stand today, baby.
Against all. Nobody can never give us no peace. No peace. That can never give us.
Keep your hands. Show your hands. Show your hands. Show your hands.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
They don't want to be here, man. They know this some bullshit.
Ready? Move! 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 Line it up! Line it up!
Hey! Yeah! They say move back, move back. Stop that shit. Hawk don't kill a black folk. Hawk don't kill a black folk.
One step forward! One step forward! Ready? Move! Move! Dress it up! Dress it up! Dress it up! No justice! No peace! We stand today, baby. One step forward! One step forward! Team ready! We stand today. I will not move. We stand today. We stand today.
Back up.
I will not move.
Hey, Bizo, back up, Bizo.
Understand, bro. Everybody got a job to do. Everybody got a job. I totally understand, bro. I totally understand. I totally understand. It's bigger than all of us, bro. It's bigger than one. It's bigger than one. We come in peace. We're in peace for all week. We won't make a stand here, we make a stand nowhere. We come to no problem. I understand, bro. I understand through your job, bro. And I lose no respect whatsoever. Whatsoever.
Y'all bullies, yo. And it's your fault. Why we out here?
No peace. Bro, I ain't having no trouble. I might have no trouble whatsoever. I understand. We all got a job to do. We all got a job to do. Y'all stand for y'all, we stand for ours. Understand, bro. Understand.
Want y'all out the road, that's it. Just stand on the sidewalk, man.
Understand. We had peaceful all week.
I agree, man.
Peaceful protest. And look where that shit gets.
One of the officers here is agreeing with them. At least we see some humanity from one of the officers here.
I have kids, nice. Bro. I have kids. I'm doing this for my kids. For their future.
If you do not leave, you may be subject
for their
to
future.
police action. Police action may include the use of chemical munitions, less than lethal munitions, which can cause a risk or has a risk to injury.
Fucking murder.
Leave now.
Oh, all y'all murderers. And cover up, motherfuckers.
We mad at y'all right now. And y'all standing here right now.
respect what we stand for. I respect
It's the only time you can see the sheriff.
I understand, bro. I understand.
The way we route.
When they got people wanting to motherfucking implement more motherfucking violence.
On Gordon Street. Drive up, back,
Guys, let me try and change out my battery now. I basically have nothing left. Give me 1 second. Yeah.
Hey! Hey, what bullhorn? I got something to say.
Give me the 3 cars on Road Street, FHP has roads in Elizabeth. We are remaining here.
I'm never gonna get no peace. It's a bumper.
This is the Elizabeth City Police Department. You're in violation of curfew, in violation of North Carolina General Statute. You must leave immediately. If you do not disperse, you may be arrested or subject to other police action. Other police action.
All right, guys, I got a full battery, so we're good. We're good. I'll be out here.
Get more or less lethal ammunition.
So we got dirt bikes and ATVs, quads. They came out. I don't want to take my camera off over here because I feel like they're gonna move in. I do want to show the dirt bikes and the quads, but I feel if I take my camera off, something will happen. If you could notice their badges, right here.
If you refuse to leave the area, you'll be arrested. North Carolina General Statute. Standing, sitting, lying on the highway or street is prohibited. If you're not disciplined,
Yep.
and or subject to other police action. Other police action
Be careful.
may include arrest.
I don't know. Yeah. Listen, you guys are both cool. We gotta work things out. Yeah. Right.
Squad! Half step! Move forward one time! Half step! Ready! Move! Move! Hold it.
We're going to do it peacefully. We will not rush you. Do you understand, sir? All right, sir, same thing, okay? If you don't disperse peacefully, we're not to rush you.
We peacefully. My hands in the air. I'm peacefully. My hands in the air. I'm peacefully. Swear to God, my hands in the air and I'm peacefully.
Bro, we seeing it, bro. We have it on tape. Everything is tense.
You got that, bro? You got that?
To the right.
My hands are in the air and I'm peacefully.
Come with me, sir. Okay. Come with me, sir. Put your hands behind your back, please.
Bro, see now, man, y'all making a difference. Y'all making a difference.
No, you good. You good, bro. You good.
No justice! No justice! No justice! No justice! No peace! I'm not going nowhere, I'm peaceful. My hands are in the air, and I'm peacefully.
Will not hurt you, okay, sir?
My hands are in the air.
All right, come with us, sir.
I'm coming peaceful.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Close it up. Close it up. All right.
No justice! No justice! You the one we've been having all week? What's your name, sir? What's your name, sir? All right, let's move. What's your name, sir? I want to know who's taking in custody. What's your name?
Move back one step with us.
will be arrested. North Carolina General Statute. Under North Carolina General Statute, standing, sitting, or lying upon a highway or street is prohibited. If you do not comply with any of them, you will be arrested.
Tell your son you don't give a fuck. Tell your kid you don't give a fuck, bro.
That's fucked up, yo.
Tell her you don't give a fuck.
I know you gonna have your
Jess, you know how you really feel about this whole situation.
They didn't get shot down.
You trying to get my car and you move forward, half step. Move forward, half step. Ready? Move. Move.
You can do this. Really? Really? What do I got? What really? Look me in my fucking face. Like, for real. Look at that face. No, wait, y'all talking about move back. Move back. Step up. Shit.
That's fucked up, bro.
It is. Definitely is.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel, bro. Don't acknowledge me.
You black son. I drew a picture of you.
That shit
And
fucked
your
up, bro.
son.
All y'all got family could be your son. Right.
Y'all gotta be ashamed of yourselves, man. We got a city full of kids. This is not okay.
I know the equipment smell like fishing water.
This man got paint in his face. And our mayor's making them do this. The same ones that's been standing and protecting us after they're doing this protest.
Oh, they butted on.
They gonna just through the city. They don't want to hurt us. I really don't think they want to hurt us, not our police force. I'm praying in my heart that that's true because I know a lot of y'all personally.
Trees, back up out the face now. Get out the face, Trees, stand, but get out the face.
Hey, you can get out, bro. When does it stop, guys? When it's my son? When it's your son? When does it stop? Look at the female. And you look dumb. What's your baggy ass at? No.
Hey, ready?
Oh, we got
ready? What's that?
Squad!
Forward, half step!
We gotta move up.
Forward, half step! Ready, move! 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 So, hold! One step!
We can't count.
Squad! Forward, half step! Ready, move! Move! Back! Hold!
This shit right here must have been talking. Hey.
Squad! Forward at the half step! Forward at the half step! Ready, move! Move! Back!
City Police Department. You're in violation of the 8 p.m. curfew. You must leave the area immediately.
Just from
If you
looking at
refuse
these
to leave the
officers,
area, you will be arrested for
they
North
don't look like
Carolina
they
General
want to do this.
Statute. Under North Carolina General Statute, standing in the city or lying upon a highway.
Squad! Move forward at a half step! Move forward at a half step! Ready, move! Move! Back!
Other police action may include arrest, actual physical removal, the use of riot control agents, and or less lethal munitions, which can cause risk of injury
You
to
got a
those
child out here in this
who
world.
remain.
Fight
You
for a
must
couple of these
leave
officers.
now.
We understand this is your job. But stand for something. Because right now you're falling for their bullshit.
Squad! Move forward, half step! Forward at the half step! Ready, move! Move! Back!
One person
Squad! Squad! Move forward, half step! Forward, half step! Ready, move! Move! Back!
I've watched your kids grow up. Remember that. You raising them in this world. Teach them better. It starts with you. That's why your wife left you, bitch ass.
Kill his face now, they killed him.
This is how far they've got from there. 2 hours ago.
This is the Elizabeth City Police Department. You must leave the area immediately. If you refuse to leave the area, you will be arrested for North Carolina General Statute. Under North Carolina General Statute, standing, sitting, or lying upon a highway or street is prohibited. If you do not disperse immediately, you will be arrested. And subject to further police action. Other police action may include arrest, actual physical removal, the use of rights.
Squad, move forward at a half step! Forward at a half step! Ready, move! Move! Back!
Rodriguez keeping that shit hot now. This shit, Rodriguez don't give a fuck about a nigga now. Rodriguez keeping that shit hot. Damn right, that's Rodriguez keeping that shit hot. Make your point, Rodriguez. Tell us what's the point. What you trying to do, Rodriguez? What you want to do?
Squad! Move forward at a half step! Forward at a half step! Ready, move! Move! Back! Hey, line them up on the left. There's an angle right here. Line them up on the left.
Y'all look pumping in their ears. Y'all better get on land, partner. Why y'all look so far, folks? Why they so far back?
Let's see what he does first.
What y'all on, partner? Hey, partner, you hear me, player? Why you so far up, homie?
Squad, move forward at a half step! Forward at a half step! Ready, move! Move! Back! Squad, move forward at a half step! Forward at a half step! Ready, move! Move! Back!
Before you get going, go get it back. 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 And then we'll take that step back.
We're not here to riot. We're here to make a point. Our voices will not be silenced. Y'all didn't implement the damn coronavirus curfew. And millions died from that. Ain't nobody died in our protest other than the motherfuckers y'all killed.
I'm good. Yeah.
But y'all call a curfew for this. For this. There's a curfew for this. Buildings still standing, ain't nothing burning. But they put a curfew out for us. They're tired of us disturbing their peace. My peace was broken that morning. My son came in my room shouting that they shooting outside my motherfucking house.
I hope everybody's sharing this.
Squad! Squad! Moving forward, half step! Forward at the half step! Ready, move! Move! Back! Keep on going, let's go, step! Move! Back! Move! Back! Move! Back! Keep going! Move! Back! Move! Back! Move! Back! Move! Back! Move! Back! Move! Back! Move! Squad, halt! Move! Halt! Back! Halt! Halt!
He just wants to go home, you're correct. I know him personally. I know him being out here is just to provide food on his shelter.
That's right. That's right.
That's what we want. Peaceful justice for Andrew Brown. And look at the motherfucking thugs. The killers. The cover-up artists. The ones that's been doing this shit for 40 fucking years to motherfucking black motherfuckers on this street.
Transport units at this time. Anytime that you're ready, you can come up.
buying cars, they still buying houses, they still working. So now you kill us. And then cover the shit up. Tough guys, covering shit up. Be a man. Admit what you did. The fuck y'all covering up for?
So we don't get polite. There. 10-4, I don't need to get polite. Call me on myself.
I don't know what home for, but he was a cop. This guy looks exactly like him.
Look at these clowns. Look at them. Look at them, honey. Look at that right there. This right here.
Cass said she rich. I just text Cass.
Huh?
I just text Cass back in Charlotte.
Okay.
It's gonna rain. It's gonna rain. You better get ready and bear this in mind. 'Cause God sure knows, showed him a rainbow sign. He said it won't be water, but fire next time.
They need to be on the front page in the morning.
What they say? What they say?
God. Hey, cameraman. Come on, man.
Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. We're gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up the freedom way. Ain't gonna let no sheriff turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let no sheriff turn me around. We're gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up the freedom way. Ain't gonna let no mayor turn me around, no, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let no mayor turn me around. We're gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up the freedom way. Ain't gonna let white supremacy turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let white supremacy turn me around. We're gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up the freedom way. Ain't gonna let no deputy turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let no deputy turn me around. We're gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up the freedom way. Ain't gonna let no murderer turn us around. No, turn me around. Turn me around. Ain't gonna let no murderer turn me around. We're gonna keep.
Yeah, I got family. I got family back in the office.
To the right, to the left.
I gotta practice a little more. Y'all not in tune.
Y'all scared, it's okay. We scared too. We scared out to the ground, Lord.
Why do you have riot here? There is no riot here. Why do you have riot here? There is no riot here.
Right, y'all have riot here, but
There is no riot here. There is no riot here. We remain peaceful while you in riot here. We came in peace.
where y'all at with anti-drug killers out there? Y'all have y'all zip ties and y'all pepper spray there? Because y'all didn't use none of that.
There's no riot here.
Same way y'all being cautious, y'all should have been cautious with Andrew.
You have an inferior standard. You have an inferior standard. Why are you in riot here? Who do you see rioting?
Same way y'all being cautious now, y'all
They just want to be violent. You just want to be violent. You want violence. You want violence. Look at you.
Y'all should have been cautious with Brown. But no. 30 seconds.
Why are you in riot here?
Get your bitch ass up, Aaron, yeah?
Stay focused, high step.
You should have had your riot here. You should have had the riot here in Washington, D.C. You should have had your riot here at the U.S. Capitol on January 6th. You should have had your riot gear there. Why do you have your riot gear here? You don't have your
Shut the fuck up. Forward. One step forward. Ready?
You should have had your riot gear.
Hey guys, smash that like button. Oh yeah, yeah, it does.
He looks like Fred from Breaking Bad, bro.
Exactly like him, yeah. Yeah, they're not in coordination. They're very uncoordinated.
Guys, besides watching my live, y'all also need to check Status Scoop.
Status Scoop on YouTube.
On YouTube. We've been live the whole day here. It's going to be live
the rest of the week.
Days for the next couple of weeks here too.
You should have been in D.C. with that right.
Bro, you got your mic in you?
When they were tearing down the U.S. Capitol, where were you?
I'll say it.
Forward.
You gotta X him.
I need a comment, bro. They literally.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think you get this guy to talk. Black dude. He's pretty friendly. Yeah. Right, right. You see the patch on this side? I know, yeah, it's the irony.
Hold!
There is no riot here. Why are you in riot?
big boy, get lined up.
You have all these white supremacist terrorists murdering black people all across the country, and we don't see you. We don't see you when all these white supremacist murderers are killing our black people. We don't see you. Now, why are you here now? We don't see him. Why do we see you now? You better move back. 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 Move Why are y'all here? Why didn't you come to D.C. on January 26th?
My question to y'all is, y'all
when
black
people
every
tearing
day.
down your capital.
Y'all choose to be blue. Why
Where
are
were
you
you when people were
If that was
murdering
your
the people
brother, how
in
would you
Boulder,
feel?
Colorado? They even killed
That
a
was
police
your
officer.
cousin,
We didn't
your
see this
dad.
kind of force.
How would you feel?
Where were
You choose to be
during
blue.
South Carolina?
You were born black.
2015, when a racist went into a church and murdered
You
black
were born
people at gunpoint range. Where were you? Why are you here? Anybody here armed? Why are you here?
The same way y'all being cautious on, y'all should be cautious around.
White men can come in as white supremacist terrorists and murder people throughout our country and go in without a scratch. Here we are with the whole lineup of riot police when there's no rioting. There's no violence.
You're on camera, bro. Smile. The world is watching y'all.
You should have been making sure that that racist police officer didn't kill Andrew Brown and those other racists. Those other racist murderers. They're the ones who should be arrested. The ones who violated the rights of Andrew Brown Jr. and murdered him. You killed him and you shot him in the back of the head, and if it wasn't you, you're an accomplice. You're an accomplice to a crime.
I got a mind, and I got my brothers beside me. That's all I got.
They get a news reporter first. Get a news reporter on the ground.
That's the news reporter right now. Y'all gonna beat the media up too? Y'all gonna beat the media up too? That's the press. Ready, move.
Y'all came to the wrong place.
The wrong damn city.
Came to the wrong place.
Good evening. I'm Sergeant Grace Gray with the Elizabeth Police Department.
Where you at,
If y'all
son?
don't move, we're going to have to arrest you for failing to disperse and curfew
I'm out here, they know I
violation. We
am.
will do this peacefully.
Miss, how do you do this peacefully? But miss, a comment, please.
We're not violating the law. We're not violating the law. You're the one violating the law by you are trying to infringe upon our constitutional rights. Under the U.S. Constitution of the United States of America, under the First Amendment, we have the right to peacefully protest.
Why?
We are peaceful. We are protesting, and our rights are being violated if you arrest us. If you arrest us, you are violating our rights and you are violating the U.S. Constitution. We have the right to protest peacefully. We have the right to protest peacefully. We have the right to protest peacefully. All of the protests have been peaceful.
Half step forward. Ready, move. Close it up. Hey, close it up. Right there. Close it up. Close it up. Close it up.
What is your name? What is your name?
There you go, right there.
What is your name? Deanna Rudisill. Deanna Overville. Deanna Rudisill. Deanna Rudisill.
Make sure your body camera's on.
Y'all arresting the wrong people.
What is your name? What is your
What's your name, baby? G! Come get my phone! G! Come get my phone! G! Show that to your phone. Hey, Ron, get my phone. Get my phone. Get my phone. Get my phone. Where's that phone?
We got plenty of room. Shift left. Shift left. We're going to get to the curb. Shift left. Get to the curb.
Shift left.
Good.
So we need to stack it up on this side. We're going to keep shifting people over.
Hey, let's keep shifting over. Back to the curb. Get back to the curb. Spread out. Spread out.
Now what?
Slide right, watch the space. We're going to end up with about 2 to 3 feet.
Ma'am, please move out of the roadway. Please move out of the roadway. Please move out of the roadway. Please do not come back to the roadway.
Look how we're being treated. And these are the same people who have watched other cities be burnt to the ground. Other police officers being harmed. Ain't none of these people been harmed.
Fucking looking at me, bro. Y'all back with
Y'all did a great job. Thank you for your professionalism.
Yeah, we're cool with y'all, right?
You did a great job.
But then they say that police ain't got no jurisdiction here. How come the fuck them motherfuckers was here?
Okay, don't fuck me. I live there.
They ain't had no jurisdiction. Y'all ain't even fucking know they was here.
Hey, y'all doing a good job. Y'all doing good. Good job, folks.
So the officer just came by, gave these officers a job well done for doing this. Enforcing unconstitutional orders. These officers don't realize that they're just following orders, and their orders are unconstitutional.
Like he ain't mean nobody, he ain't nothing. Nothing, nobody.
I mean, this is not police work. This is a joke.
These are Trump people right here.
Put in your grocery bag.
We don't have a democracy.
Hey guys, please share this video. Show everybody what's happening here in Elizabeth City. I mean, I was in the Capitol. I seen the worst of it, and these guys were nowhere to be found. Even the officers in Minneapolis, just completely insane what was happening there.
Oh, this is your job right now?
And you do too. You straight with it.
So you straight with it?
You
straight with it? So when it's your son, you dirty son of a bitch, what the fuck you gonna do about it?
He said, yeah, I'm straight.
Don't sit there and say no dumb shit.
He said, yeah, I'm straight with it.
So now they might pull him.
That's the shit that's wrong with us. When it's your goddamn son, you gonna be out here with us. You gonna want us to sit here and support your dumb ass.
Come on with that shit,
But you
man.
chose this shit.
You ain't
You
shit,
chose
man.
this motherfucking life.
You a sucker, dog. That's some sellouts, man.
He said, yeah. He cool with
Get
it.
him off the line.
He cool with
Get
it.
him off the line.
Pop his ass
Get him
right
off
the
the
fuck
fucking
down.
line.
He said he's straight with it.
And you black.
Get him off the
And that's
line.
why I'm talking to him.
Get him off the line.
You a fucking
Yeah, you can shake your head, nigga. You can nod your head. You can nod that bitch. Yeah, you damn sure can. Yeah. All y'all some bitch. All y'all pussy. Every last one of y'all hoes. Yeah, you too, bitch. Yeah. Yeah, and you fuck boy. You a bitch too,
He
boy.
don't give a fuck that he black and they killing black folks for the fucking fun of it.
My mama, nigga, fuck all y'all.
You better pray for your mama, because these motherfuckers don't
You
give
ain't
a fuck
gotta let
about none
shit
of
do
that
shit.
I heard you, you punk
It
ass
ain't
bitch.
your child, so it don't matter. It ain't your brother, so it don't matter. It ain't your daddy, so it don't matter.
Y'all ain't on shit.
He was fucking human, it should matter.
Y'all don't even care about y'all kids, boy. Y'all standing
A
out here
human
doing this dumb
fucking
ass
being,
shit.
not an animal, a human.
Your kid could be next, nigga.
Gotta give that man no
You got kids, bro. You got kids, bro. That nigga could be next, boy. He could be next, boy. You don't
Thank
even
you for
know.
the super chats.
That's
Greatly
what I said.
appreciate
He
it.
could be next. That's what I said. And you
Definitely
know it.
keep me
And
out
you
here
know it. And you
reporting
still
on
out
this.
here on this dumb ass shit.
To stand on my baby that I threw up made me stitch my
Bitches,
stomach. That's
man.
my kids were throwing up.
I need some hoes, boy. Mama y'all some hoes, boy.
That shit don't make pretty much.
My man got that.
They took off
Mama y'all some hoes.
Let's get a couple more likes on the bottom of this footage
Goddamn
here.
nephew sitting here hurt as fuck. Friends, a Hurt as family. fuck.
This is Brown. Brown right here.
Bitch, I don't give a fuck if I stole a candy bar when I was in kindergarten. What the fuck I did back then ain't got shit to do with fucking today.
Deserve it because of the life he chose to live. They
And
said.
that's why we
That's
choose
what
that
he
life.
did, yeah.
But hold on, wait. They take my fucking father. I see he ain't got no father. I go to the fucking streets. I end up selling drugs. You take me from my fucking kids. Where the fuck they gonna go to? The fucking streets.
And he still ain't had no hate for you motherfuckers. I can't stand none of y'all ass right now.
That nigga
Fucking
fine.
sell out. Fucking
And then once I go in, I can't get out, right? Once I go in, I'm always a fucking criminal. Dirty ass bastard.
Right to the back of the stand by the in the back.
Item C will be playing with them as well. Y'all know how battle I am. Y'all just ask y'all to leave. Go home. Don't be with it. You know you don't want to be here. Shit wrong. My kids, they start throwing up and they can never have no peace.
Yeah. Hey, yo, y'all might as well go ahead and put white hoods on and just stand together like that. Y'all might as well just put white hoods on right now. Just put the hood on right now, man. Yeah, go just put the white hood on right now. You probably got one at the crib. Your wife made it, didn't she? Eyes all fucked up. You can't see out of it.
Y'all some dirty ass foul. I swear to God. Y'all all just
Fuck about that when I lost my voice, I stopped coming.
How y'all live with y'all fucking self? How y'all live with y'all fucking
No
self?
voice every day because I have a black son in this city.
Then
On
y'all
the
do this
same
shit for
street.
other
On the
motherfuckers and we
same
can't even fucking hear
motherfucking
about
street.
it. Y'all do that shit so undercountry. That shit don't make no motherfucking sense.
I see they took that dude from the line.
Move together.
One-on-one of command. Go ahead. I got 4 coming to you in the van. They're gonna need some assistance. We'll get them out.
Turn left, move. Turn left, turn left. Follow the line. Ready, move. Follow the line to the left, move. Go.
I don't think they know what they're doing. Left, 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 right, left, 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 right, left.
Y'all know where we go.
How many of them have y'all find? Y'all can't take a fucking run? Move back! Move back! Move back!
I am a son of a bitch. I'm a daughter of a black man.
Who said son of a bitch?
That one right there. Mighty Mouse, the short one.
Yeah, tell me your name. I just need to know the name. That's all I need to know.
I am.
That's all I need to know.
I am. I'm a daughter of a black man.
I
I am
damn
a son
sure
of
show
a
you a
bitch.
son of a bitch.
I
just need to know the name.
Sir.
Let me know the name. You got a gun, I don't. Throw it down.
I am a son of a bitch. Thank you, sir. But I'm also a black woman.
Your daughter a son of a bitch.
Educated
Your
black
mama a son of a
woman.
bitch. Yeah, your mama a son of a bitch. Let's go there. Let's take it there.
One thing about Marcella Barnes, let me put y'all on to something. I read.
Your grandma a son of a bitch. Let's take it there.
What I can do is read lips very well.
Let's take it down. Let's take it down. Your wife a son of a bitch. Let's take it down. Yeah. Let's take it down. Bitch. Let's take it down. Bitch. Let's take it down, bitch. You a bitch. Hoe. Slut. Whore. Fuck ass nigga. Yeah.
Go home.
I really don't understand what this was about. They came here to arrest, I believe, 6 people, and now they're leaving, and everybody's just gonna stay out.
You want the biggest thing? Come on.
Why is the police in the church van? What church let them borrow a fucking van? County Center Center. Oh, okay. Senior Center. I thought it was church van. I was going to say, what the fuck?
They went there playing.
Just so y'all can see they had the ball van. So they had the Elizabeth City Pastor County Senior Center vans is what they jumped out of. Look at the outfitted vans where they can jump out on. Where they got the running boards on the side where they can hold on to the top. Ride on the side if they need to. Jump off, pick you off and kidnap you. We'll leave with y'all leave. People all leave, we'll leave.
unfortunate.
And this is how they do what the fuck we say. Fuck that.
I think it.
Look at this, y'all. We all see this.
All right, and now they're gone. Streets are open. I guess curfew is not in effect anymore. I don't know.
The curfew is not in effect.
Is curfew done? Yeah, bullshit. Yep. Yep, exactly. It's all performance. That's all they do. Yep. Yep.
We did that. We did that. We did that.
Often.
We did that.
For what?
We did that.
Yeah, there were 7 arrests. Yeah, 6 or 7 arrests. Right, so three over here and then 4 on the other side. Watch out, watch out. Watch out. And that's a wrap. The show is over. Curfew is done. Everybody could go party. Almost. Hold on. Still live. I got like 3,000 people watching. All right. What's that?
You're gonna watch us eat?
Yeah. No, I'm done. All right, everyone. So we're done here. I don't think the police are coming back. I guess curfew is not in effect anymore. Streets are cleared, and that's it. So I'll be out tomorrow morning. There's going to be a press conference. I believe we'll find out if they're going to release the footage. So stay tuned. Become a member. If you're not already, we're only a few members away from 1,900. So become a member. Go to statuscrew.com/join. You'll be it's only $5 a month. You'll be funding me, to keep me out here reporting. And yeah, thanks for tuning in and watching, and share the stream. Tell everyone what you saw. It was a performance, a show put on by the police, completely unnecessary, uncalled for. And we'll see what happens tomorrow. All right, everyone. I'm signing off. I'm tired. Gotta go eat. Maybe get a beer.